Hi there, this is Ron LeGrand, and I wanted to take a minute to tell you about our upcoming business management boot camp that I'm going to personally do in September. And this is one that I only do twice a year. In fact, next year I'm thinking about cutting it back to once a year. And fortunately, we have one coming up here in a couple, 3 weeks, and I just wanted you to know how important it is to your business. It's not about buying and selling houses, it's about running the business of buying and selling houses. If you're already registered, I congratulate you. That means I'm going to be in touch with you between now and then to prepare you. But if you're not registered, there's a few things you should know that would maybe encourage you to do so. We're in a pretty tough time out there right now. There's this thing called a recession going on, and this class is designed to make sure that your business is the best it can be, and so we can make next year the best year of your life. I'm going to cover some subjects that are absolutely critical to your success. One of them is going to be hiring and firing and delegating, which I really have fun talking about. In fact, you'll hear from my personal assistant, Tish, while we're there, because one of the things we are going to discuss is when and if it's a good time for you to get a personal assistant, which I can assure you will change your life. We're going to discuss cash flow management, how to make sure that it's positive, not negative, and how to make sure that you know how much money you need to spend before the month starts, not after it's over, and how to keep out of trouble, because frankly, my friend, poor cash flow management is the killer of any business, and I find that a lot of people coming out of the job market just haven't had any training on that. So we're going to talk about how to run a business of buying and selling houses to make sure that you've always got good cash flow. We're going to discuss things like keeping peace in the family, and home versus office, and should husbands work with wives and vice versa, because we're going to have a panel discussion of some who aren't doing it and some who are doing it. We're going to cover systemizing your business so that it'll run without you, so that we can get you down to less than 10 hours a week every single week. We're also going to discuss time management, another one of my favorite topics, because I find very few people do really manage their time well, which I think is one of the biggest killers of financial freedom there is. I'll have day planners there for you, and we're going to discuss how to use that day planner and how I get so much done and some other people just don't, and how you can keep your promises and hold others accountable for keeping their promises to you. We will spend some time on managing your office, setting up your office, and things that a lot of people worry about, but in reality just don't take much of your time or your resources. Overall, we're going to spend 3 days together going through every aspect of running a business, and I can tell you for sure that a lot of people have told me that if they hadn't come to this, that they probably wouldn't have been in business very long, because what we discover can only come from about 30 years of my experience of operating a business, and I'm telling you, I've done a lot of things wrong in order to learn how to do them right, so I'm extremely qualified to make sure that you know what I know. We're also going to get into asset protection and entity structuring, how to set yourself up to run a business without getting too complicated, and we're going to talk about the things that you must do for a very simple home-based business where you're only doing 1 or 2 or 3 houses a month, and also how to protect yourself against predators and creditors. And we're going to have discussions about how to get out of a mess if you happen to be in one during this recession as well. So I think this 3 days is a very good use of your time. We have a special offering on this thing right now, and we're offering great big discounts. And again, I'm going to be teaching it personally, and I can't promise you how long that's going to take place. I can promise you that if we do more than one of these next year, it'll only be 2 max. Haven't decided that yet. We're working on the schedule right now. So if we do one, it'll be late into the spring, so it'll be a long ways off. So this is your last chance to get in that class, and also remember that it's a requirement to graduate as a master's. It's part of the master's program. So I'm looking forward to seeing you there. It's going to be 3 days that you will enjoy and talk about for a long time to come.